Hello, my friend. Amner Hunter here from amnerhunter.com. Happy to spend some time with you on another video. I missed you guys. I actually had COVID this last week, and even though I am fully vaccinated, I was out for some days. I couldn't create some videos for you guys, but I am recovering. I'm good. I feel good today, so let's get to work and continue with this cool series where I share with you a couple of cool new free VSTs, and also I want to share with you a huge deal by Sonible, and I'm gonna leave all of the details in the video description and first comment, all of the deals, all of the links, and also the timestamps for all of the mini segments of the video in case that you're watching this after the live stream. So welcome. My name is Amner Hunter from amnerhunter.com. I'm gonna share with you quickly the videos, the plugins we're gonna be checking out today. First, this free multi-effect plugin called TugMultiEffect by Rule. Also, we're gonna be checking out this awesome new free Chorust lofi plugin by Beatskillz, and finally we're gonna be checking out this huge deal due to the 10th anniversary of Sonible. This incredible intelligent processors. This smart bundle is in $100 at the moment, but you can get the plugins also individually, 70% off and 62% off also. So this bundle includes the smart limiter, the smart EQ3, the smart reverb, and the smart compressor 2 plugins that I can't live without them. Now I have them all, the four of them, and I wanted to share this incredible deal. Also, I'm gonna leave you links to the individual plugins in case that you don't want this huge bundle. All right, so let me know if you are here in the chat, in the comment section. I will be happy to read your comments and questions. Before we go with the content, let me invite you quickly to my website, amnerhunter.com, where you can get some additional freebies, such as some free PDF guides and ebooks for music producers and guitar players, about mixing with free plugins, about productivity in your home studio, about how to make more music in less time. Also, additionally, I have some tools such as some collections of guitar impulses, some collections of drum sample packs, among other utilities. And finally, don't forget to check out the blog or this channel, which I am updating weekly with tons of free content. Thanks a lot for being here again, and let's get to this cool tools. All right, I really missed doing these videos during these last days. By the way, I live stream almost daily, but yeah, let's get to this cool stuff. All right, so let's start with this cool multi-effect by I believe it's one developer, Rule. And this is available for Mac and Windows. TugMultiEffects. All right, so you see this interface. You have here the these squares or rectangles that you see here are the effects. All right, and you see here the signal chain, the routing, pretty much the input and the output. Right, so you select any type of effect here. 11 effects are selectable here. For instance, you have this delay, you drag it here, you drop it, and you use this arrow, right, to route the input to the delay and then to the output. You can delete it, right click, delete it, and you can add more effects, all the effects that you want. You can do all sorts of crazy routing. You can route this to the output, for instance, like this, and then you can route the input to the this phaser and route it to the next one like this, connect them, and then to the output. And this changes in routing will create, of course, different sounds and effects, right? You can reset all with this button, and you have individual controls and more specific parameters for all of the effects mentioned, right? The panning, for instance, for all of the 11 effects. For instance, here on the reverb, you have room, damping, wet and dry, width, okay? And you have the delay, you have the delay time, the feedback, and for the chorus, you have the rate, depth, delay, feedback, dry and wet functionality. All right, pretty cool. And then for the phaser, you have depth, feedback, rate, and center. For the distortion, you can choose different types of distortions, a lot of them, right? Analog distortion, hard clipping, hard analog rectifier, which is like more gain, non-linear distortion, wave shaping, pretty cool. You have the drive, and yeah, a lot of cool stuff. The decimator, like bit crushing, right? 16-bit, and you start to do some distortion to the audio, like digital degradation to the audio. Then vibrato, tremolo, you choose the sine wave here, saw, and stuff like that. Pitch shifter, also musical. You have the pitch here, and you can also select octave or semitones like this. You double click on any parameter and it resets by default. I thought it was a pretty cool multi-effect, and for free it doesn't get better than that, right? Comp filtering, and finally a filter that you can choose here as low pass, band pass, high pass, or no filter, and you can create all sorts of combinations of routings here. And also a pretty cool interesting thing is the dry wet, right? For all of the universal effect, right? Dry wet functionality for everything that you have going on here. You can set it at 50% for parallel processing, stuff like that, and you have an output here with volume. So let's check it out here, this effect on these vocals. For instance, I'm gonna use some delay, some reverb. Let's route this like that, and we can create also another set of routings here with another set of effects, of course. Let's check it out. For instance, this is the dry vocal track.
I used to dance
vocal tracks
in my dreams, and while my eyes shine bright, my scars run deep. Is there a point of no return?
Okay, so here you have the delay. If you click on it, it will highlight the desired channel. So we can process this, and more specifically,
I used to dance
feedback.
in my dreams, and while my eyes shine bright, my scars run deep. Is there? I used to dance in my dreams.
Okay, sync it.
I used to.
And then the reverb, it's here at the beginning.
I used to dance in my dreams.
It's like spreading the reverb to the
I
sides.
used to dance in my dreams.
Room reverb.
And while my eyes shine bright, my scars run deep. Is there a point of no return?
Okay, cool stuff. And then we can add, for instance, separately, right? We can add, for instance, a bit of distortion. So we choose this, send it here, and then to the output, for instance. Let's listen what it does. And here you have the distortion channel. Let's put the dry wet functionality all the way to 0.
I used to dance in my dreams, and while my eyes shine bright, my scars run deep.
Okay, let's.
Is there a point of no return?
There.
I know the face people make.
Some subtle distortion with the dry wet.
I used to dance
Cut off.
in my dreams, and while my eyes shine bright,
Like a high cut,
I
right?
used to dance in my dreams, and while my eyes shine bright, my scars run deep.
Cool. Let's add some pitch shifting, for instance. Where is it? It's right here. and you can move all of these rectangles so they don't interfere visually, right? So let's have here the pitch shifter. Let's route the input here, and then to the output.
I used to dance in my dreams, and while my eyes shine bright, my scars run deep. I used to dance in my dreams.
Okay, lowering the pitch.
I used to dance in my dreams.
Cool. Okay.
I used to dance in my dreams, and while my eyes...
Crazy stuff that you can do with this plugin, right? You have 11 effects. Sorry, you don't have EQ or compression, but these effects, I mean, pretty cool stuff. And yeah, it's available for free. Let's move on with the next plugin that it's available also for free on this list. Is this cool Chorust Lo-Fi plugin by Beatskillz. This one it's called Chorust or Chorust. I don't know how that's pronounced, but anyway, it's a simple chorus plugin with an intensity control. It's like the blend control or mix knob, right? Mix control, 0% or 100% of the effect to the original signal. You have also a low pass filter here. You see here that 20,000 hertz that are being cut off. High cut and low cut, right? The 20 hertz, and you're cutting up to 1,000 in the form of a high pass. Also, you have lo-fi effect that you can introduce with this control. 0, no effect, all the way up to 1, which is like 100% of the lo-fi effect. You can also compare a couple of parameters or settings on this plugin, and you have the width to spread the chorus a bit more in the stereo field, right? This is like more mono, more in the center, and you start to spread the chorus to the sides. Pretty cool. And yeah, let's test it on these vocals that we have.
I used to dance in my dreams, and while my eyes shine bright, my scars run deep. Is there a point of no return?
Chorus.
I know the face people make when they were full of
Let's
hope
spread
but
it.
lost their faith. A pretty face filled with concerns. I used to dance in my dreams, and while my eyes shine bright, my scars run deep.
Low pass.
Is there a point of no return? I know the face people make when they were full of hope but lost their faith. A pretty face filled with concern.
Cool, like low fidelity. Sorry, with the high pass, low pass, and also with this lo-fi, right?
I used to dance in my dreams.
You start to introduce this effect, like taking out the highs, the lows, and also adding a bit of yeah, lo-fi.
I used to dance in my dreams, and while my eyes shine bright, my scars run deep. Is there a point of no return? I know the face people
Full quality.
make when they were full of hope but lost their faith. A pretty face filled with concern.
It works great on guitars as well. I love to use chorus plugins on lead guitars and lead vocals. Let's test it also on this rhythm guitars. They are great also with a bit of chorus. It reminds me of some 80s songs, right? So let's back the intensity off. All right. Let's add the width. Before Cool. And by the way, I forgot to mention that there is an output control as well. Very useful. Awesome. This is free, by the way, for a limited time, 1 month till June 15th. All right. So now let's go with the huge deal that I'm sharing with you, this huge bundle by Sonible due to the 10th anniversary. Huge sale at the moment, the biggest sale that there has ever been. So let's start here with the Smart EQ. In the version 3, right? There has been 3 main versions of this plugin, and this is the latest one that you're gonna get, the Smart EQ 3. So this plugin, based on machine learning and artificial intelligence, analyzes the audio and it gives you a proper result. You choose here the type of audio that you are analyzing in your song or dialogue or podcast or stuff like that. You choose here vocal high, vocal lows, electric guitar, bass, and you have some more here: acoustic guitars, bass, cellos, contrabass, drums, hi-hats, you know, piano, snare, all the way up, right? Violin and synth, universal, if you don't know what is it or something, speech universal, piano, a lot of so Sonible analyzed 1,000 not 1,000, thousands of songs, hits, and they got to the point that they got like certain patterns, right? And with this plugin, it gives you a desired result for that specific instrument, individual track, or bus. But it doesn't stop there. You can tweak even further with this. All right, for instance, I have these drums, and let's analyze them. And you can also change different settings if you are not happy entirely with the result or something. But this can help you mix in minutes, really. Like, don't spend a lot of time in the technical aspect of it, just spending more time in the musical aspect of mixing, right? For instance, I'm gonna choose here drums. This is the drum bus, right? And let's play this audio and let's analyze it. It's analyzing. Okay, that's the EQ curve that resulted, and you see a lot of different curves, right? And removing some low mids, adding some bottom end here in this section of the frequency spectrum, adding a bit of highs, then removing some mids, some high mids here. And you can also invert this EQ curve that it gives you with this functionality, right? You can do this, the opposite. And also you can choose, for instance, any point here in the frequency spectrum, double click, and you can change it, right? The way you want it. If you right click, it will give you different type of filters, right? Band pass, high pass, low pass, stuff like that. High shelf, low shelf. Sorry, you can solo that. You can audition in solo that specific frequency portion. You can use it mid-side or stereo. All right, and yeah, pretty cool. So I'm gonna disable this. All right. So that's the result it provided me before. Okay. And these are things that I would do to a kick drum, right? I'm sorry, to a drum bus. I would add some low end in the 80 Hertz area, like here, 84, around there. yeah, 80 is my preferred frequency range. I would add a bit of brightness also for the cymbals and stuff, and I would remove some of the muddiness or boxiness in the low mids. So it's a pretty cool EQ curve, I would say, that I would use, and that I have learned that it works. But it has even more bands and more analysis, right? And you can even make this EQ curves dynamics, so like dynamic EQ, right? So with this control that you have dynamic, you start to increase it, and it will do something like Golfos, for instance. Okay, you have the slope here in the left and the slope on the right. You can make it steeper. Okay. Okay. You can use it more intense before. And like I said, you can create some other EQ curves. For instance, I like to high pass at around 40 hertz. Let's solo this. All right, like at 40 hertz. So pretty cool, and you can use it on all of the instruments. So let's leave this drums with this EQ curve, and let's analyze, for instance, here the bass guitar quickly. Bass guitar. Analyzing. A lot of low end probably. You can reverse it if you're not happy with the result, right? Or maybe there's other bass here. That's the only bass. Okay, I like to high pass the bass as well. Okay. And let's do this with the electric guitars, or let's see if I have it here. Yeah, the guitars. Right. Dynamic, high pass as well, at around 90 hertz, 80. You can narrow this. So that it will only affect this portion of the frequency spectrum. All right, let's do that with the vocals as well.
I used to dance in my dreams, and while my eyes shine bright, my scars run deep. Is there a point of no return? I know the face.
Let's set here universal.
I used to dance in my dreams, and while my eyes shine bright, my scars run deep. Is there a point of no return? I know the face people make when they were full of hope but lost their faith. I used to dance in my dreams, and while my eyes shine bright, my scars run deep. Is there a point of no return? I know the face people make.
By the way, you have an analyzer as well.
I used to dance in my dreams, and while my eyes shine bright, my scars run deep. Is there a point of no return? I used to dance in my dreams, and while my eyes shine bright, my scars run deep. Is there a point of no return?
All right, and let's move on with the next plugin on this bundle by Sonible, the Smart Compressor 2. And this one is the same concept. It analyzes the audio, right, based on what you feed it. And you have here also a lot of different elements of a mix, and also mix bus, and you can use it in for mastering as well, for different genres, like you see here, acoustic, country, electronic, funk, metal, pop, rock, R&B, stuff like that, for synth, for vocals, for individual instruments, for groups, or for the mix bus, right? So you have here control over the ratio. This is a threshold. You have here the attack as well, and you have here the release. Okay, and you can also turn on the side chain, so that compressor will ignore a certain portion of the frequency spectrum in the lows, for instance, from 75 hertz and below, or in the highs, for instance. And you have also controls here at the bottom to add coloration and a bit of style to the compression that I'm going to show you in a moment. You can also link or unlink the channels, the left and right. So 100 will compress both of the channels equally. If you start to decrease this number, it will treat each channel independently, the left and right. And you can listen with the delta functionality. You can audition only what that compression is doing, right, to the audio. And so yeah, let's start here with the drum bus. Let's analyze it and choose here drums bus. Yeah, let's click here. You're gonna see here the gain reduction. Okay, so yeah, slow attack time. You can move it like that. Auto release time, or you can use it manually. Okay, before a bit more punch. You can also add bright, color, or dark. Let's leave it in the center. Clean here to the left, and more dirty. I believe it adds some harmonics, saturation. If you want more compression, you still have control over it. So the artificial intelligence or machine learning is not doing everything, like it's letting you still make choices, right, and changing stuff, but it provides you with something that will work for your audio source. That's only the compression before and after. And this it has enabled here by default automatic gain compensation. Very, very important. All right, let's leave the drums like that. Let's use it here on bass. Okay, bass, electric bass. Let's check out the result. Okay, more compressed. Let's use a faster attack time or more like limiting. Yeah, it's more contained, the dynamics, right? Let's add some grittiness. Okay, auto gain functionality, and you can use it also for like expansion, right? With you can create different the opposite of compression, for instance, expanding the dynamic range and stuff like that. Let's use it here on vocals.
I used to dance in my dreams, and while my eyes shine bright, my scars run deep. Is there
Vocals,
a point
bass.
of no return? I know the face people make when they were full of hope but lost their faith. I used to dance in my dreams, and while my eyes shine bright,
Let's
my
add a more
scars
ratio.
run deep. Is there a point of no return? I know the face people make when they were full of hope but lost their faith.
All right, and let's move on with the next plugin on this bundle, the Smart Reverb. Also pretty cool. Let's use it here on this snare, for instance. So this is the same concept. Also, you choose here the element or instrument that you want this reverb to be added, and it will it will analyze it, and it will give you a desired and very clean, lush reverb sound that you have a ton of control over, right? And you have also an EQ section for the reverb, and you can control the decay, the spread, the density of the reverb with these lines that you see here in red, yellow, and green. And here you can also control the decay, the different anatomy of the reverb, but we need to analyze something first to show you that. You have here 4 algorithms of reverb: intimate, natural, rich, artificial, width, color, and clarity, the reverb time, the pre-delay time, and the dry and wet, right? So you can also freeze it or add infinite reverb. Let's analyze, for instance, snare, and let's start to analyze this snare that I have.
I used to dance.
Okay, only the snare for the moment. Okay, before, dry. You can change here. This is the decay, the spread, density in red. I like to use also high pass and low pass on reverb most of the time. So you choose here the type of filter, right? Like like at 200 hertz. High pass as well. Color, clarity. Pre-delay. Wet. All right, and also let's add some reverb to the vocals.
I used to dance in my dreams, and while my eyes shine bright, my scars run deep.
Vocals.
Is there a point of no return? I know the face people make.
Awesome.
I used to dance in my dreams, and while my eyes shine bright, my scars run deep. Is there a point of no return? I know the face people make when they were full of hope but lost their faith.
Cool.
I used to dance in my dreams, and while my eyes shine bright, my
natural.
scars run deep.
Reach.
Is there a point of no return? I used to dance in my dreams,
Intimate.
and while my eyes shine bright, my sky.
More, more close, right?
I used to dance. I used to dance.
It's like a slap echo or something.
I used to dance in my dreams, and while my eyes shine bright, my scars run deep. Is there a point of no return? I know the face people make when they were full of hope but lost their faith. I used to dance. I
Breeze.
used to dance.
Cool. The
I
infinite.
used to dance in my dreams.
Cool.
I used to dance.
Yeah, love this reverb by Sonible. And finally, let's let's compare quickly all of these changes only with the Sonible plugins, right? Just a quick before and after. All right, and so finally we can move on with the limiter before, right? So
I used to dance in my dreams, and while my eyes shine bright, my scars run deep.
no effects.
Is there a point of no return? I know the face people
Probably too
make
much reverb.
when they were full of hope but lost their faith. A pretty face filled with concern. I used to dance in my dreams.
No Sonible effects.
While my eyes shine bright, my scars run deep. Is there a point of no return? I know the face people make when they were.
And I haven't even messed around with the individual tracks, right? The kick drum, the toms, stuff like that, the guitars individually, vocals. But finally, let's use the limiter here in the master, right? This limiter also is very transparent, very clean, and it analyzes also the song, the audio based on genres. For instance, there are a lot of different genres here: rock, pop, hip hop, and even subgenres, right? Metal, Latin, jazz, funk. And with this limiter, you have here the threshold, right, that you reduce. You have here the attack, the release, the gain to compensate, and you even have here a section of the, I believe is the smart or the smart pure. I don't remember the name of those metering plugins by Sonible that are great, right? The smart meter. I don't remember the name, but it tells you also where you are at in the levels, LUFS, dynamics, stuff like that, dynamic range, stuff like that. And yeah, pretty cool. You have here metering for loudness, integrated, true peak also. You can listen only the limiting with the delta, and you have constant gain monitoring so that you can hear clearly what the limiter is doing without the loudness, right? With constant gain monitoring. All right, so for instance, let's use this punk that I have here. I believe we're good here, and this will increase the loudness of the song, so make sure to protect your ears. I'm gonna lower this to 0. All right, so let's analyze it here.
I used to dance in my dreams. While my eyes shine bright, my scars run deep. Is there a point of no return? Another face people made when they were full of love but lost their faith. A pretty face filled with concern.
That's the limiting effect.
While my eyes shine bright, my scars run deep.
You can even set here a streaming target, right? Deezer, iTunes, Pandora, broadcast, stuff like that. For instance, Spotify, and you have to be here on this range, right? If you are here, you are probably good to go. You can, of course, have more control. You can even limit it more.
I used to dance in my dreams. While my eyes shine bright, my scars.
This can be left at -1, but we can.
I used to dance in my dreams. While my eyes shine bright, my scars run deep.
For instance, we can select here another one, Deezer, for example.
I used to dance in my dreams. While my eyes shine bright, my scars run deep. Is there a point of no return?
Spotify Loud, for instance.
I used to dance in my dreams. While my eyes shine bright, my scars run deep.
We would have to analyze again, I think, the audio. So great smart limiter by Sonible, and yeah, those are the 4 plugins. Amazing stuff and very affordable, I believe. Like no other time of the year, not even in Black Friday, I believe. So let me know, my friend, what you think of these plugins. I'm very interested to know your opinions. We have some time now here, 43 minutes already. I see here John. Hello, darlings. Hey, guys. What the haps? GS Chipmunks. Hello, guys. Thanks for being here. What song is that? Moon High Not Dead. Let me check out the song that I have here. It's called... This song, it's called Sugar Faith by the band Porcupines with K. Porcupines, and the song, it's called Sugar Faith. So, hi there, Sound Healer. I like your nickname. Thanks a lot, my friend. So, yeah, those were the plugins that I have for you for today. Thanks a lot for your time. I appreciate it. Before we go, let me invite you quickly to my website, andrewhunter.com, where I have some additional freebies for you, such as some free PDF guides and ebooks for music producers and guitar players. Also, I have some free tools, such as some collections of drum sample packs, some collections of guitar impulses, among other stuff. And finally, don't forget to check out the blog or this channel, which I am updating almost daily with tons of content like this. Thanks a lot, take care, and I'll see you very soon on the next video. All right, bye bye.